ripping like this. You like that?
ATL.GA faithful, my people. I'm D. Douglas Carter, back on the scene doing my thing, and I just want to say I appreciate you and the work that you do. So, I'm a little behind schedule on my videos, but we still gonna run it. If you haven't checked out my other latest video, Atlanta Falcons crumple the aints, brown paper bag edition, go check that out. I think you'll enjoy it. Watch it till the end. But bringing it back a little bit, let's go to the game versus Kansas City. I was in the building. Yeah, we had some bad calls, but there's no excuses. No more victories. I'm not playing that game. The one word I would use to describe the Kansas City Chiefs game would be tested. And I went back and forth, and it's kind of a catchphrase that's been getting thrown around about battle tested and stuff like that, but I'm just gonna say tested in a whole, because we are getting tested. And it's good to get these tests early in the season. That's my opinion. And it'll hold dividends towards the end of the season, in my belief. So the refs tested my patience in that game. There was some play calling that tested my patience in that game versus the Chiefs. Shout out to Justin Simmons for getting that interception on Mahomes. That was nice. I feel like we definitely could have won that game. So when I say this, I feel like we could have beat Pittsburgh. We barely got away with the victory in Philly. A road win is a road win against a good squad. We barely lose to the Chiefs. That's how I see it. Then we come back and we barely get the victory against the aints. Judon said, who that? Or we that? And that's that. You know what I'm saying? So, tested was the word for the Chiefs. Drop a comment, tell me what your word is to describe the Chiefs. I know we're taking it back a little bit, but play calling is testing me. Run defense is testing me. All our players are getting tested. Our resilience is getting tested. Our heart, our will, you know what I'm saying? To not let one thing get us down or one game get us down, and just fight all game, every game. And that's what I've seen so far. So against the Chiefs, the defending Super Bowl champs, tested. I thought we had a better chance since Pacheco was out, but P. Ryan did his thing, and we got to shore up our run defense a little bit. I'm not quite sure what's going on, and we got to get some more sacks. I did feel like we made Mahomes scramble a little bit and do some things he didn't want to do, but the quick screen game was hurting us. The refs was hurting us. And, you know, we fell short, but it is what it is. I just wanted to see us use Allgeier more, and I like Bijan, but I stick to what I said. I jumped on the Water Boys show real quick and just gave my opinion about, you know, putting Allgeier and Bijan in the lineup more together, but they do it a little bit, but I don't feel like they're doing it the right way. Like, we need to put them both in the backfield, have Bijan run a little screen out in the flats and hand it off to Allgeier up the middle. And then maybe do the same thing and hand it off to Allgeier up the middle. And then fake it to Allgeier and see if Bijan's wide open. These linebackers are going to have to pick their poison. One going to go with Bijan, one going to try to fill the gap with Allgeier, because it's going to take two of them to fill the gap with Allgeier to stop him. Y'all seen the man's, he likes bowling. That's where he get his running back mentality from. He just bowl over people. And, you know, the defenders is like those little things in the pinball machine. Allgeier is the pinball. He just bouncing off of all of them, picking up yards, first downs most of the time he touches the ball. So I like the fact that we used him more against the aints. That was a heck of a game, man. A heck of a game. I was in there, you know, cheering, getting everybody crunk, getting it live. Saw Big Low. You know, we was chopping it up for a second. Got to get this dub. Had the old school Falcons logo, the throwback uniforms on, which is fire. Had the flags. DBN was crunk. The whole stadium was crunk. Y'all heard Kirko mention it in his presser. And I knew a minute was enough time, and the Aints fans, they knew it was too, because after they scored that touchdown, they wasn't too hyped, because we had a minute and we know Koo is good. I watched Jesse Bates mic'd up, and you know, I call him Koo Money. Jesse Bates, I think he said Koo Easy Money or Easy Money Koo. Nailing the 56, 58 yard or whatever it was, had some leg to spare on the kick, you know. And that was a back and forth game like we expect. Shout out to D. Alford, got his sack on there. And I heard Jesse Bates, he was talking to Derek Carr, talking about, let me get that ball off you again. But it was Troy Anderson off the Matthew Judon tip. Big play by Judon, man. He put one hand up to block it and then came chopped with the other hand real quick, popped it up. Troy Anderson looking, Jesse Bates, ball. Troy finds it, takes it to the house. I think it was David Onyemata. He blocked somebody, knocked them on their rear end. Troy Anderson took it to the house. So my one word to describe that game, I'm combining two names. I'm combining Troy with Koo, and what you get, true to Atlanta. That's what it is. That's what I do. Y'all know how I do if you know me. And if I see you out there, I don't mind chopping it up. It's all good. I'm about this. You know what I'm saying? I stay in my lane, and I just do this because I like making content, and I'm always going to rep my squads. Shout out to the Atlanta Braves. They squeaked their way into the playoffs. Mets won the first game. Braves won the second. So Braves are still in. I think the Mets got in too, but the Braves are still in. So let's see what we could do in the playoffs. I saw something about Chris Sale might not pitch against the Padres because of some back spasms, but you never know, man. You get hot at the right time, the Braves could do some damage. We'll have to wait and see on that. I heard some news from the Water Boys on the Water Boys show. I believe Mutombo passed away, so rest in peace to Mutombo, and prayers to his family and loved ones. I ain't really heard nothing about the Hawks. Ain't really heard nothing about Atlanta United. But I know the Atlanta Falcons got this game on a short week. Thursday night, another primetime game against the Tampa Bay Yuks, who currently sit in first place, I believe. Winner of this game takes first place. I will be interested to see as the injuries start to mount up for every team, I feel like. Troy Anderson is hurt now, and Raheem Morris said he's hurting pretty bad, so I don't really know what that means. I did see the Falcons sign Rashawn Evans to the practice squad, and they'll probably end up bringing him up. And I like Evans. I was wanting him to come back anyway. I think he brings some valuable leadership and skills. He's a hard hitter. I think he can make plays when his number's called. So we'll work him in the mix, probably with J.D. Bertrand, which I like as well. He was one of my sleepers in this draft at linebacker. And I did some film review on him, and he's a student of the game, and he's a playmaker as well. So, you know, Nate Landman and Troy Anderson out. Hopefully Nate Landman comes back soon. Caden Ellis going to have to hold it down. Lorenzo Carter going to have to hold it down. Judon going to have to hold it down. You know, James Smith-Williams been balling, been doing his thing. You know, I need Goldman to step up and make some plays. Street to step up. You know, Grady been balling, doing his thing. I'm just waiting for our offense to really get clicking. We got to stop these stupid penalties. We got to stop shooting ourselves in the foot, because if not for that, this game against the Aints would have been a lot different. A lot of these games would have been different. We've been shooting ourselves in the foot. I know it takes time, you know what I'm saying, to get clicking, but I think it's coming. I can see it progressing. I really don't like to talk about trading Pitts. Like, just give it a second. I don't understand why everybody wants to trade him so much, because we're not using them enough. I understand that, but Kurt said you go where your progression takes you, okay? And there's going to be times where Pitts has the opportunity to make big plays, and he's going to make them. But we can't force nothing, and he don't need to be traded. He's good right here in the A. I don't know why people say he don't want to be here. I think he wants to be here. I like to see a little bit more passion, but I think he'll be straight. I think that's just his demeanor. I think that's just the kind of guy he is. I don't think he gets too high or too low. He just goes out and does his job, and the catches will come, the touchdowns will come. Drake is balling. I think he's making some good plays. Darnell Mooney's balling, and he was another one of my sleepers to be a big factor. Ray McCloud, he's doing good too. And you know, Bijan is doing his thing still, and Tyler Algier, we need to still keep using him. And let's not forget, you know, I know Charlie Warner is a blocking tight end, but he can catch the ball too. And if we give Kirk time, he will pick it apart. He'll go through his progressions and he will find the open man. I titled the picture "A New Storm Brewing," not just in light of the storms. And I pray everybody's safe from the storms, and I pray for everybody's family. God help them and keep them safe and protect them, and help them in their time of need. But it was more about new, as in Noozle, starting center, had a couple penalties on him. They're kind of wishy-washy though. And then Storm Norton, we know he's a better pass blocker than McGarry. Maybe not that as good as a run blocker as McGarry, but hopefully McGarry will come back healthy soon, and Storm Norton will hold it down. I feel like Kirk had a lot of time. I don't feel like the Aints rush was really getting there. And when I was leaving the Mercedes-Benz, seeing a lot of Aints fans, and it was real quiet, which is cool. And I know they're waiting for their chance for redemption, chance for some payback when we go down there to the swamp, you know what I'm saying? But I think we can handle our business down there. I think by that time we'll be clicking. First, we got to take care of the Tampa Bay Yuks. But yeah, I just had to come in here and chop it up with y'all real quick about Kansas City's game, the word for that game, tested. You give me a word for that game. The victory over the Aints, crumpling them brown paper bags. Word for that game was true. Troy and Koo and the whole team, special teams, Micah Abernathy, Kadero Hodge, everybody played a part in that victory, and that's beautiful to see because you want total team ball, and I think we play in that. Complementary football, and I think we play in that. Yeah, the offense got to score some touchdowns. They called Bijan's touchdown back on a ghost holding call, but I still don't understand how we're not getting favorable calls at home, but it is what it is. On to the Tampa Bay Yuks, like I said. We'll see how that game play out. I will be there. If you see me, holler at me. We'll chop it up. Got to go get this dub and go ahead and jump in first place where we should be and where we should finish. I'm going to end this video like I end all my videos. Thank God works, and I hope you have a blessed rest of your day or night. One.